Just 5 minutes ago, a shocking claim erupted online. King Charles has allegedly revealed he is not Prince Harry's real father, with supposed DNA results published moments ago. The story is exploding across social media, shaking royal watchers and raising explosive questions about bloodline, legitimacy, and the future of the monarchy. The sensation hits. Royal rumor explodes. But just 5 minutes ago, a storm broke across headlines and social media. King Charles III has allegedly confirmed that Prince Harry is not his biological son. According to a viral claim, a DNA test result has been published, igniting chaos, shock, and speculation across the globe. The words "monarchy shaken" and "lineage in doubt" began dominating trending pages within moments. The rumor, spreading like wildfire, alleges that the results came directly from the palace and are now public knowledge. It's a claim that strikes at the heart of royal tradition, not just a family scandal, but a direct threat to the line of succession. If true, this could change everything from inheritance to royal titles, and even Prince Harry's place in history. Tabloids are seizing the moment. Headlines scream, "DNA bombshell." Was Harry always the outsider? King Charles admits the unthinkable. News tickers flash updates, and videos are being shared by the second, speculating on everything from emotional breakdowns in the palace to sealed reports being leaked. The public's reaction has been immediate and divided. Shock, confusion, betrayal, and fascination pour into comment sections and social media threads. For many, the story taps into long-held suspicions and familiar gossip, especially surrounding Harry's looks and long-rumored connection to Major James Hewitt. But the tension now is more than just gossip. It's about identity, legitimacy, and trust. If this claim proves even remotely true, the monarchy faces one of the biggest legitimacy crises in modern royal history. If it's false, the damage may still be done in the court of public opinion. For Prince Harry, who has already stepped back from royal duties and been through years of personal conflict with the royal family, this rumor brings a new level of public scrutiny and possibly renewed emotional trauma. As the dust begins to swirl, the question becomes unavoidable. Is this the moment that breaks the House of Windsor from the inside, or just another headline built on smoke? What began as whispers has now become a roar, and the world is watching what happens next. The roots of the rumor: why people suspect the truth. This isn't the first time whispers about Prince Harry's paternity have surfaced. In fact, the rumor has been circulating for over 25 years. The question, is King Charles really Harry's father, has haunted tabloids, dinner tables, and YouTube rabbit holes ever since Harry was a teenager. But why did people ever start believing it? Much of it comes down to looks. Since his youth, Prince Harry's red hair, pale skin, and distinct features have drawn comparisons to Major James Hewitt, a former British cavalry officer who had an affair with Princess Diana. The physical resemblance, while circumstantial, was enough to spark years of public speculation. Some royal watchers even shared side-by-side photo comparisons, suggesting Harry looked more like Hewitt than any Windsor. Then came the media frenzy. Tabloids repeatedly leaned into the narrative, printing explosive headlines, hiring experts to analyze facial features, and even reporting alleged plans to obtain Harry's DNA. In 2002, a British newspaper was accused of attempting to steal a hair sample from Harry for covert testing. The attempt was so serious, police were reportedly involved to shut it down. Despite the palace's silence on the matter, this lack of firm denial only fueled the rumor further. No DNA test was ever publicly done or demanded, at least not officially, And that vacuum of certainty allowed conspiracy theories to thrive. People interpreted the absence of proof as proof itself, a common flaw in public perception. The rumor also gained traction during times of royal stress. When Harry stepped down from royal duties, released his memoir *Spare*, and publicly criticized the institution, it added fuel to the theory that he was never truly a Windsor, that he didn't fit the mold because he never belonged to it genetically. But perhaps the strongest reason the rumor lives on is simple. It taps into something forbidden. The idea of a royal child, born of love, secrecy, and scandal, feeds into the age-old fascination with dynasties, betrayal, and bloodlines. And for many, the thought of a prince raised in a lie is more compelling than any truth the palace might offer. This is how a rumor becomes a myth, and how myths, repeated often enough, begin to feel real. What the claim says, the DNA results storyline. The rumor took a darker turn the moment online posts began claiming that official DNA results had been published just 5 minutes ago. According to this sensational narrative, a recent test allegedly proved that King Charles III is not Prince Harry's biological father, and that the palace was forced to acknowledge it. The story spread so quickly that within an hour, hundreds of thousands had already shared screenshots of supposed lab reports. The claim paints a dramatic picture that a secret paternity test, commissioned quietly and completed in recent weeks, delivered the shocking conclusion. Supposed insiders even insist that the results were handed directly to Charles, prompting him to reveal the truth before it leaked. Some posts suggest he was broken, stunned, and emotional, describing a monarch confronted with a truth that rewrites his family's history. Then comes the alleged fallout. According to the rumor, these DNA results could void Harry's position in the royal line of succession. Overnight, he would lose not just status, but the very foundation of his identity, going from royal son to royal outsider. These claims insist that titles, inheritance, and even his children's future standing could be affected. "Everything changes," one viral caption declared. The narrative grows even more theatrical with talk of sealed envelopes, leaked documents, and internal palace chaos. Shadowy quotes, always from unnamed staff, hint at betrayal, shockwaves, and emergency meetings at Buckingham Palace. Some stories even describe Harry having an emotional breakdown, or William being blindsided by the news. Tabloid-style details push the drama further. DNA files hidden for years. A lab result the palace tried to bury. A secret that explains Harry's distance. None of this comes with evidence, but that doesn't stop the story from exploding. This is exactly how scandals take shape online. A rumor becomes a headline becomes a fact, and a fact becomes a full-blown storyline of royal betrayal and identity crisis. And right now, this storyline is spreading faster than the truth can keep up. Whether people believe it or not, the narrative is gripping, because it threatens the very core of royal identity, bloodline, legitimacy, and heritage. The reality check. What we do know from credible sources. When the noise is stripped away, every verified source agrees on one thing. There is no evidence, none, that any DNA test has ever been performed, published, or acknowledged by the palace regarding Prince Harry's paternity. The viral claim is sensational, but credible reporting paints a very different picture. Multiple fact-checking organizations, including boatos.org and mainstream outlets, have repeatedly confirmed that the story is a hoax, recycled every few years with slightly new packaging. No lab, no journalist, no palace insider, and no official spokesperson has ever produced a test, a document, or even a hint that such testing has taken place. The rumor has been debunked over and over again, yet it refuses to die. Prince Harry himself settled part of the question years ago. In court testimony, he openly stated that he never submitted DNA for any testing, even though tabloids tried aggressively to obtain it. He has also publicly addressed the Hewitt rumors, calling them hurtful and completely false. And the timeline backs him up. Major James Hewitt didn't meet Princess Diana until after Harry was born, making the theory biologically impossible from the start. The palace, consistent with its long-standing protocol, has maintained silence, not because the rumor is true, but because the monarchy rarely responds to conspiracy claims. For decades, they have chosen not to dignify such stories with comment, which unfortunately has allowed some people to interpret silence as suspicion. Experts urge caution. Royal paternity rumors thrive precisely because they are dramatic, scandalous, and impossible to disprove to the satisfaction of conspiracy-minded audiences. They fit neatly into the public's appetite for hidden secrets and royal drama. But every factual record, from timelines to testimonies to trusted reporting, dismantles the claim entirely. The truth is simple. No test, no leak, no revelation. Just another rumor dressed up as breaking news. And yet, because it targets the royal family's most sensitive pillar, bloodline, it spreads like wildfire every time. Why the rumor lives on. Media, fans, and the royal mystery machine. If this rumor has been debunked so many times, why does it keep coming back? The answer lies in a perfect storm of media hunger, public curiosity, and royal mystique. Few stories combine these elements as powerfully as a question about royal bloodlines, the very heart of monarchy itself. Scandal sells, and the idea that Prince Harry might not be King Charles's biological son taps into everything tabloids crave. Forbidden secrets, family fractures, betrayals, and the possibility that history itself has been built on a lie. For decades, newspapers used this rumor to move headlines, build audiences, and spark debate. Even today, online platforms thrive on the clicks such stories generate. Then there's the public. People are drawn to anything that feels like a hidden truth, a locked-away secret, a revelation that could upend the royal order. The fascination isn't always malicious. Sometimes it's simply the thrill of imagining what lies behind palace walls. And with the Windsors' well-known tensions, from Harry's departure to Mexit to public estrangement, the rumor finds fresh oxygen every time the family hits a turbulent moment. Modern media also plays a huge role. Social networks reward drama, speed, and shock value over accuracy. All it takes is one sensational headline, one edited image, or one fabricated document, and millions will see it before anyone can correct it. People share first and verify later, if at all. There's also the matter of palace silence. In trying to maintain dignity and not feed gossip, the royals inadvertently allow conspiracy theories to flourish. For some, a lack of denial feels like confirmation, even though it's simply protocol. And finally, the royal family's history adds emotional weight. Old wounds, unresolved conflicts, memoirs, interviews, all fuel the narrative that something deeper is hiding beneath the surface. The public stitches these pieces together into a story far more dramatic than reality. In truth, this rumor survives not because it's credible, but because it's irresistible. It combines fantasy and fear, rebellion and royalty, scandal and secrecy. It's the myth that refuses to die, not because it's true, but because it feels like the kind of drama people want the monarchy to have. The damage if people believe it, for Harry, the monarchy, and public trust. If this rumor were ever taken as fact, the fallout would be devastating. not just for Prince Harry, but for the entire monarchy and the public's trust in everything surrounding it. Even though the claim is false, its emotional impact can still hit with the force of truth. For Harry, the damage would be deeply personal. His identity, already shaped by years of public scrutiny, criticism, and estrangement, would face a new assault. A rumor like this isn't just a headline. It questions the core of who he is. It suggests he was never fully part of the family he grew up in, never truly a Windsor, never a legitimate son. That kind of narrative, if believed widely, could create emotional wounds far greater than any tabloid story he has faced before. Public humiliation, renewed mockery, and endless speculation would follow him and his children for years. For the monarchy, the stakes are even higher. The entire institution rests on lineage, legitimacy, and bloodline. If the public ever believed a revelation like this, it could shake the foundation of the royal system. Questions would explode. What does this mean for succession? Was history built on a lie? Who else might not be legitimate? Even a false rumor can create cracks in the public's perception of stability, cracks the monarchy works very hard to avoid. Future heirs, including Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, could also feel the ripple effect. Their lineage relies on the world accepting the crown's continuity. A rumor that undermines one generation can cast shadows on the next. Suddenly, titles, inheritance, and public respect become vulnerable to doubt. And then there's the public's trust, something much harder to restore once broken. Repeated viral conspiracy theories erode faith in credible journalism, royal communications, and national institutions. People begin to believe the most dramatic version of events, not the truthful one. In an age of misinformation, a rumor like this can spread faster than the correction, altering public memory even after it's disproven. History itself becomes blurry. Myth replaces fact. Emotion replaces accuracy. In the end, the greatest danger of this rumor isn't whether it's true, it's how easily people might believe it. And once a lie becomes popular enough, even the truth struggles to survive. The palace and Harry's response: silence, denial, or legal action. As the rumor explodes across headlines, one thing stands out immediately. The palace is saying nothing. Not a word. No denial, no clarification. Just the familiar royal silence that has followed this paternity theory for decades. It's not confirmation, it's protocol. The monarchy has always believed that addressing conspiracy rumors only gives them power. But in 2025, that silence feels louder than ever. Prince Harry, however, has been far more direct in the past. During his court appearances and interviews, he made it clear, "I never submitted any DNA for testing." He also revealed how tabloids tried to obtain his hair to manufacture a story, a violation so severe it became part of his legal battles. By openly stating that no DNA test has ever happened, Harry effectively debunked the core of the rumor long before today's breaking news claims. Yet the palace's long-standing strategy of quiet dismissal is creating a new problem. In the age of viral misinformation, silence gets misread as secrecy, or worse, guilt. People fill in the gaps with their own assumptions. And with family tensions still in the public memory, the interviews, the memoir, the estrangement, this rumor finds fertile ground to grow. Behind the scenes, though, royal insiders say the family is frustrated but unsurprised. They've seen this rumor die and resurrect many times. They also know Harry has already fought back through the courts. His lawsuits against tabloids, especially in phone hacking and privacy cases, show he's willing to confront falsehoods head-on. If this rumor spirals into defamation, he could pursue legal action once again. But for now, neither side wants to ignite the fire. The palace stays silent to avoid legitimizing the story. Harry refrains from comment, likely hoping not to re-weaponize a rumor he's already debunked. Their approach may be strategic, but it also leaves the public suspended in a fog of questions. Still, one message remains unchanged. Every credible record, every official testimony, and every timeline proves this rumor false. And the more it resurfaces, the more it exposes the machinery of gossip, not the reality of royal blood. In the end, their silence isn't agreement. It's exhaustion, a sign of a family tired of fighting a lie that simply refuses to die. The role of rumor mills and fake evidence in the digital age. If this paternity rumor feels louder, sharper, and more official than ever before, it's because the digital world has completely transformed how misinformation spreads. What once began as tabloid whispers can now explode globally within minutes, dressed up as documents, screenshots, and DNA reports that look convincing at first glance but collapse under scrutiny. In today's internet ecosystem, a fake image can generate more belief than a real statement. Deepfakes, edited PDFs, AI-generated lab reports, all of these tools make it frighteningly easy for someone to fabricate proof. A single post claiming DNA results published can ignite a chain reaction that no fact check can catch fast enough. This rumor survives because it thrives in spaces designed for speed, not accuracy. Social media platforms reward what is shocking, emotional, and sensational. And few things are as sensational as the idea that a royal prince was never truly royal at all. Then come the algorithms. Once one user engages, the platform pushes the rumor to millions more, feeding into echo chambers where skepticism fades and certainty grows. If enough people repeat a lie, it begins to feel like truth. That's the psychology behind viral misinformation. Even worse, some outlets deliberately exploit this environment. Low-credibility websites publish dramatic headlines without sources. Clickbait channels stitch together unrelated footage and call it breaking news. By the time their claims are debunked, the damage is already done, and the rumor has gained a life of its own. Confirmation bias fuels the rest. People who already believe Harry doesn't look like Charles latch onto anything that supports their suspicion. Emotional narratives override logical facts. And in a world saturated with content, very few pause to verify what they're sharing. It doesn't help that the royal family rarely responds directly. While the palace's silence is strategic, it's often misinterpreted as proof. In reality, it simply opens space for fabrications to multiply. This rumor didn't explode because it's true. It exploded because the digital world rewards the illusion of truth, especially when wrapped in royalty, scandal, and secrecy. In 2025, it's not the rumor that's powerful. It's the speed at which people believe it. Why this rumor surfaces again: timing, stress, and royal turmoil. Rumors don't revive themselves without a trigger, and this one always returns at moments when the royal family is already under pressure. Right now, the Windsors are navigating public tensions, shifting roles, generational transitions, and ongoing estrangements. That instability creates the perfect conditions for old scandals to claw their way back into conversation. Whenever Prince Harry releases a statement, appears in court, or steps into the spotlight, the conspiracy resurfaces. Whenever King Charles faces health struggles or public scrutiny, people dig up past controversies. And whenever William and Harry's strained relationship makes headlines, internet theorists dust off the same rumor and republish it as new. The modern media landscape intensifies this cycle. Traditional tabloids no longer lead. Clickbait channels and viral accounts do. These platforms thrive on chaos. Their survival depends on pushing stories that provoke emotional reactions, even if those stories are decades-old fabrications. The paternity rumor is a goldmine for them. Dramatic, personal, and impossible to fully silence. There's also a collective curiosity driving it. People sense that the monarchy is evolving, weakening, or transforming. And big transitions always attract conspiracy theories. The idea that a royal bloodline might be wrong, broken, or secretly rewritten holds irresistible power for those searching for a dramatic explanation behind real-world tensions. But more than anything, this rumor surfaces because it has become part of the cultural mythology surrounding Harry, a symbol for those who feel he never fit the mold, and a weapon for critics who want to question his legitimacy. It is not truth that keeps the rumor alive, it's timing, turmoil, and the public's appetite for scandal. What viewers must know: facts over fiction. At the end of all the noise, one truth stands firm. There is no DNA test, no document, no verified evidence that King Charles is not Prince Harry's biological father. Every credible timeline, testimony, and investigation points to the same conclusion: the rumor is false, recycled, and repeatedly debunked. This story survives because it is dramatic, not because it is true. It's built on years of tabloid speculation and internet storytelling, not on science or fact. Believing such claims without proof harms real people: Harry, his children, and even the institution of the monarchy. False narratives can twist public perception, distort history, and damage trust. So here is what matters. Truth is not decided by virality. Royal lineage is not rewritten by rumors. And until the palace or reputable journalism confirms otherwise, this remains exactly what it is: a fantasy dressed as breaking news. In a world overflowing with misinformation, the responsibility falls on all of us to pause, verify, and question before believing the sensational. The rumor may be loud today, but the facts are louder. This is fiction, not revelation, and the truth has not changed. As this rumor spreads at lightning speed, one truth remains: no verified DNA results exist, and no credible source confirms the claim. Yet the damage of misinformation grows with every share. Until proven otherwise, this is noise, not fact. But tonight, one false headline has shaken the world all the same.